Hello everyone and welcome back to the Hear2Listen podcast. Again, I'm joined with Adam and Leon today.
Hey, yo.
But we have a very special guest again, like last week, and we've got Meg and Dave with us today.
Hi everyone.
Hello, and Megan, you are an owner of a local business again. Do you want to have a little intro of what it is and what you do?
So my company's called MEG'S Glitterbox and I'm a beauty therapist, so I cover treatments from lashes, nails, eyebrows, all that kind of stuff. And I've set up about 2 years ago nearly.
2 years ago. I did think it was a little less than that, to be fair.
It's nearly coming up 2 years. So
we're going to start off from the beginning. To be fair, before we go into that, should we go into what you've done before you started the business, which I know Adam's really wanting to talk about, is your NCS experience.
Yeah.
Because you were saying before the pod, he's asking, is there anything you got from NCS that would have put you on to start of wanting to start a new business, or that helped you start this new business maybe?
I loved doing it, definitely. It was really fun, like there was loads of stuff to do, but I also liked like having to help someone after, if that makes sense. And like that kind of links in with me helping people when I do treatments. So like doing something good for them and like making them feel better. So that definitely because when I do a treatment, I always like talk to them. They obviously like talk a lot about their lives and themselves and like their problems. So it's quite nice for me to be able to do something nice for them, like just to make them feel better.
That's weird because you're called a beauty therapist.
Yeah.
And you're also making them look beautiful, as you make me look beautiful. But you're also giving them therapy.
Exactly.
Sounds like, you know what I mean?
100%.
Beauty therapist, it comes into it all.
100%, yeah. And I do really enjoy that side of it to kind of make people feel better. So, yeah.
Is it something...
Oh, now I was going to say, Megan, so
jump in.
I was just thinking, so obviously you want to make clients feel good and stuff like that. What do you do if it goes wrong? Like, so I always thought, like, how would you even start that? Because even my girlfriend's like, I'd like to do eyelashes or something like that. But if I mess them up, like, what would I do? Like, where do you go?
So if they don't like it, then obviously there's different things that you can do. You can offer them like a new treatment to have it redone, discounts, that sort of thing. But obviously be really apologetic and try and obviously make best out of a bad situation. I'm always very honest with my clients. So I'm always like, if you have a problem, literally message me. I'd rather you message than you go away unhappy, because obviously I'd rather them fix it rather than them go away and say like, oh, she's really bad.
Yeah.
So yeah, kind of like just...
So have you got any like nightmare stories that have happened?
Not massively, I don't think. Like when I first started, like lashes, sometimes they wouldn't last. So obviously that was kind of like, they were like, oh, they're not lasting as long. So you'd just be like, okay, like come in for a free top up sort of thing, and then see how that goes on and like go through everything that they might be doing wrong or I potentially did wrong, and kind of get to the point of like how it went wrong.
Yeah.
But to be fair, no, not really.
So you must be pretty good then, really.
Well, good track record. That is good.
Yeah, I mean, we're asking you about like the sort of horror stories, and you as a business probably wouldn't want to promote those anyway.
No.
But I also wondered, like, is it like the hairdressing situation where it's the vision of the client and the ability of the individual that's got like mixed up somewhere? Like if you go and have a hair, I'm obviously I have a lot of hair. I haven't been in decades. Yeah. But if I go in there and like I want to look like Brad Pitt or whatever, you know, you show them a picture, do that, and then they do it, and it's like way off. And is that because sometimes the vision doesn't match what like the model might be, as it were?
100%. So like if someone has really sparse lashes, they say, for instance, they have like 5 lashes and they want a set that looks like 200 lashes. Obviously they're not going to get that. Again, with like lengths for nails, so they'll show me a picture. Everyone always comes in with a picture because I do like nail art, which you don't really get as much. So when I do that, obviously they'll be like, their nails are like twice the size of what they've got, so realistically I can't do the same design on a shorter nail because it just doesn't fit. And like eyebrows, they want these really thick bushy eyebrows and they've got like one strand of hair, so obviously like I can't make hair that isn't there. So like I'm very like, in that respect I'm very honest. Yeah. I'm always like, right, what I can do is we'll do them this way this time, like match them up, line them up to your face for eyebrows, and then we can grow them. So like this could take potentially like 6 months to a year, so like we'll grow them, but obviously they're not going to look good until like the final.
What do you mean by grow them?
So basically what people tend to do is they have their eyebrow and a lot of people have like overplucked. So they've basically got like one strand of hair, like for an eyebrow, say. And then obviously they want the bushy eyebrow. So if they keep plucking, they're obviously going to keep taking away the growth of the hair. Like what the ones that grow new, they're just going to pluck them out. So if I tell them do not touch them, like literally don't touch them at all, like leave it all to me, then obviously the hair that they normally pluck out will grow.
Yeah.
Then I can tint them, which will add into the brow, and eventually over the however many months they'll grow, and obviously they haven't touched them, so they'll have like a thicker brow.
Nice.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, it is.
But yeah, so I have to be very honest and be like, yeah, you need to not touch them, like do this, do that, and hopefully they don't do it.
Yeah, so just to bring her up again, my girlfriend, she literally had, well, she got them tattooed on now, I can't remember what that's called, but her eyebrows are literally like that big, and like in the morning she'd have to wake up and draw them on every single day.
Honestly.
And like after a shower and stuff, I'd look at her and be like, so now she's gone tattooed, probably because of me.
Yeah. See, that's another thing. Yeah, like it's quite nice because you have treatments like that where you can literally just, doesn't matter what kind of brow you have, you can just create a new one.
Yeah.
But yeah, everyone that I know has like overplucked their eyebrows. So like it's been so many like months and years to like grow them to like bushier eyebrows basically.
Since we're on the eyebrow subject, I do come to Megan, you know, I'll admit it. What is your ratio to male, female clients?
Do you know what?
Don't say I'm the only one.
One of the only ones.
One of the only ones.
Yeah.
All right, one of the only ones. Only reason I do get my eyebrows plucked, all right? I've done it myself for a long period of years. Get rid of that monobrow. But my dad started calling me Red. I don't know if you've ever seen the Angry Birds movie. we'll bring it up for you. There's the guy with red eyebrows. He's just like, Jack, you just look just like him. And he's like, when you get mad, your eyebrows go down and you look just like him. And ever since he said that, I'm like, nah, they need to get sorted. Like something needs to happen.
Yeah, it's not just a female thing. Like you could have really crazy eyebrows and just to like, they still look messy when you have them done, but like they still look neater.
Yeah.
I have had people come in the past, and like not even just for brows. So like I have one of my friends' boyfriends, they have a pedicure because like their feet get really bad. Do you know what I mean? Like hard skin and stuff like that.
Yeah, but ban that.
Is that tough?
Yeah.
No, everyone
don't
says
mind
that.
that?
Everyone hates feet, blah, blah, blah. But like,
But you're a foot lover.
no, I'm not a foot lover.
Yeah, but surely when they come to
Tolerator.
you, they're,
Tolerator.
like they're conscious that they're coming to get their feet done, so they're probably quite clean.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, everyone's always like, oh, my feet are so bad. And I'm like, they're literally not. Like, I used to do Hollywoods and Brazilians. Like, toes are nothing to me. Like, I've seen it all. So, no.
Yeah. We won't go into that. We don't have any horror stories about that, you know.
I was looking to go back to like the vision between like what people want and what you provide as well, and you reminded me a little bit of like a tattoo artist where you were on about people bring pictures, like, and here's what I want kind of thing. And I always think like for a tattooist, their heart breaks a little bit because they're creative people.
Yeah.
They want to be like let loose a little bit, and
Yeah.
obviously there's a lot that comes with that.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm wondering firstly if you ever get any opportunities to do so, but like how is it for you? Like someone's basically going, right, it's so like prescribed, isn't it? Like
definitely.
you do that kind of thing rather than like the freedom kind of thing.
So I'm quite lucky because I have quite a few friends that are always up for like treatments. So I have like one of my closest friends, she basically she does all my, I don't know if you look on my page, I've got loads of like videos, and she has her own business, and basically she does all my videos. So in return for that, I do nails for her.
Excellent video, by the way. I did see on the
Thank you.
website. I was like, that's well professional. It's like all glinting lights,
Yeah.
like J.J. Abrams movies sort of thing.
Yeah, so she's done on my website, all my videos on there are from her. And she'd basically, we kind of try and do like the craziest things. So we both try and find like pictures and like inspo, and then we kind of just let loose and do whatever we want.
Nice.
So it's nice to have her, and then because of her, it's kind of brought more people to the page that kind of want crazier things. Because normally, like before, people just want, I want red, I want pink, and I'm like, oh god, another pink, like another red. Whereas like, it's, yeah.
Can you charge more with like the paintings?
Yeah, so I do charge a little bit more, not like a massive amount, like maybe £3 more.
What? You're underselling yourself there.
Yeah.
Come on, you know, red nails or flower on it.
Yeah.
£3 more.
Yeah, I'm not very, I don't know. I know like when you go to other places in like town and stuff, they charge a lot more. And a lot of people they don't want to go extra because they don't want to pay more. And I like doing it. So I feel like if I would charge a lot and then people don't have it, like I'm missing out on what I love to do.
Yeah.
So I like to keep everything cheaper so I can still be creative.
cheap and creative. I mean, unique selling points, isn't it?
I think it's also a symptom of like early business as well, and it
100%.
seems to be going well for you. That I was reading your like little blurb, and there was a lovely like evolution to it, like how it reads is sort of like I did this bit, and then I did that bit, and then I learned that bit, and this person was really useful, and like we did this, and now I've got I was going to call it a shed. What do you call it?
Cabin.
Cabin in the garden, presumably. Yeah. So and like that's kind of dear to my heart as well. Like with sort of Here to Listen, me and Dawn kind of helped kind of set it up to start. Or I helped her more than anything. And the start of things was well stressful, certainly for me. Like unbelievable. Like we didn't do like any business. Well, I'm going to own this. I didn't do any like business degrees or anything like that. I had no clue about setting up your own business. But what a wonderful thing the internet is, you know. And
100%.
everything that we like needed to know, we went and asked people as well. Like, and I think one of the sort of defining things about creating a business is who you can hook up with, you know, what knowledge you can gain from other people, the research you do, and then almost like, without like sounding harsh, you kind of don't need them anymore because you've like absorbed that information
100%.
and it becomes your thing. And like, I was wondering where you're at in terms of a business. You've got kind of people around and things are kind of going well at the moment, and like I don't know if you're thinking much into the future about where it's going to go or.
So I always am thinking into the future. Like I'm very like I want to do everything now, so I have to like take a step back and be like, right, okay, get a grip. But yeah, definitely like when I literally had no idea what I was doing, like absolutely no idea about everything that comes with it, like especially like all the accounts and stuff like that is insane. Like I literally have no idea, like that's not I'm not very knowledgeable on that. I leave someone else to do that. But yeah, definitely who you know is massive. So just literally, I'm always honest as well with like asking people for help. Like random businesses, like I'll be like, oh, okay, like you've done that, like how have you done that? And like, do you know what I mean? Like always asking for advice. And yeah, it's hard because it's just me. And like, obviously like, I've been in like other businesses before, and they've like, the more businesses I've been in, they've obviously got bigger. So going into being my own person, like there's so much that you just don't think about that you actually need help with, and like stuff that, you just don't know. But it's definitely been a learning curve. And like, obviously, like you said with the nail art and like being a learning curve, like I'm still growing with how to charge and like, if that makes sense and stuff like that.
Constantly like evolving and sort of finding your own parameters and that sort of stuff.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, back in the day before we started, it was like, I thought business owners were people like Alan Sugar. They were just like people that were suited and booted, knew everything before they even kind of started a business sort of thing. But I think that's a sort of a symptom of the current culture as well around, we have so much access to information. There's a lot of like e-commerce was the early sort of word that people use, but I think it's got a different word now implying that like people would just go out on their own and like, do what they want, you know, like do what they love in this sense. I think there's more opportunities for that, I think.
Yeah, and like when I was in other beauty salons, like I did like it, but I stopped because I was being told what to do, what treatments to do, and I didn't like it. Like I hated the treatments. I was going to
say that. Do you prefer working on your own, even though it probably comes with more stress?
Yeah.
Do you prefer it?
Massively. Like I can do whatever treatment I want. I don't have to do a treatment if I don't like it. Like I hate massage. I'm not a massage person. It's the most boring thing I've ever done. And I used to have to do a lot of it. So being on my own, I don't have to do it if I don't want to. People are always like, oh, are you going to do massage? I'm like, no, I'm not.
That's not what I do.
But yeah.
That is good that you get the choice though.
Yeah, definitely.
Something on the website, I had to ask about, what is 3D lipo?
Oh yeah. So basically, it's like a treatment, and it's all like very technical, and there's loads of like technical equipment to go with it. But it's basically like fat reduction, helping with like blood flow for like cellulite and sort of stuff like that.
Non-invasive
lipo?
Okay.
But yeah, basically it's
like
that.
You're not like sticking your old...
No. No, it's all like surface stuff. Obviously they've got to have like courses of that, but I thought it was quite a good thing to put on there because everyone was like, oh, like, what is that? Like I'm not just your average day course. Like I've been to college, I've been in like salons, like I've done proper training to be where I am, if that makes sense. So yeah, I'm not just your average nail person. Like I've got a lot of other stuff.
Yeah, your next Instagram sort of posting pictures of their nails, just throw it up there, invite it to the house, get you around, do it in the bedroom.
Yeah.
The shed, the cabin that you've got is actually wicked. Like you go in there, got candles everywhere. It's all been painted like really nice pastel colours.
Yeah, it is very cute.
Nice little bed.
Yeah. Yeah, I wanted to make it like, I don't know, because I was doing it in my conservatory, so obviously that wasn't great. I had like sofas, TVs, and like it wasn't very warm. Like in the winter it was freezing, and then in the summer it was literally so hot. I mean, I still have that problem with the cabin, but it just wasn't really the right sort of vibe. Like I have my own nail table now. Like before I had like a collapsible one. I'd have to put the bed up every time, but to take it down. So now it was quite nice to just have everything up all the time. Everything stays where it is, and it just looks cute, and it's like a nicer environment to have like a treatment done.
Yeah, it's proper neat, and like everything's where it should be.
Yeah, everything has its place.
Did you get any advice about that, or did you just have your vision of what it looked like?
So we were umming and ahhing about it. So I've been really lucky with my parents being so supportive, like obviously having it in their house at the end of the day. Like that's a massive thing.
The video shows their smile, so it shows they approve.
Yeah, no, they actually, it got to the point where it was like, because our conservatory was the room that everyone would go in when people would come over. So if I was in there, they couldn't go in there. They'd watch TV in there. So obviously they were kicked out of there then as well. So it kind of got to the point where it was like, we need something more. And then we decided to get the cabin. And yeah, it was so good. Like I just saw stuff on like Pinterest and got like ideas, and then ended up going through like the actual buying it, pricing it up and all of that kind of stuff, and like getting ideas from other people. So yeah, it was really just us to do it.
So from the beginning, has it been like a steady, not increase of sales, I guess it is, but like just a steady progression? Like you started getting more followers, you started getting more people coming, and then it's gone up and up and up and up. Is that how it's gone?
It's hard because when you're on your own and you don't have, when I started, I didn't really have a client base. Like I started in January, so it was like rubbish time to start anyway, without any clients. So it was hard at the start. Like some days you'd have clients, some days you wouldn't. Like it'd just be really, basically I offered 6 days a week, any single hour, just to get money basically. But obviously as I've gone like progressed and stuff, it has got a lot better. And then February this year, obviously it was going so well. I was finally making like a good pay. And then COVID comes and obviously shut me down. So yeah, that really took a massissive hit for me.
Waiting for it.
Yeah.
There it is. We got there. We got to the topic.
Yeah.
I was thinking, do I ask yet? No,
Yeah.
we'll probably
I thought, that little progression would lead.
Yeah.
I knew there'd be a little stump in your growth, and I knew exactly
100%.
what it would be.
Yeah, proper, done me
So
in there.
when it actually kicked in, was that it? Was your business told like you can't work on no one?
Yeah. So literally I had to cancel those clients because obviously like from Monday you can't do anything. So I was like, right, okay. So because I was only just getting to a point where I was making money, I hadn't really been able to save because literally before it was like every time I was getting paid, and I get paid daily, like treatment, I get paid. So I don't get paid monthly, weekly, whatever. So everything that I would earn would go back into the business. So like it was so hard because obviously I wasn't really making any money. And then I finally got to that and I was like, wicked. And then, to nothing. So I had to think of something basically to keep like, money coming in.
You didn't get no help from...
Oh, no, I wasn't qualified for the grant, unfortunately.
Why was that?
Because I was 1 year short on my books. So that
savage,
was,
innit?
yeah.
That is savage.
Not by much, but yeah, it was very annoying.
I've seen on Facebook there's literally like a whole group with like thousands and thousands of people that are called like the forgotten,
it's
self-employed or whatever.
They've started a campaign called Backed Beauty, and it's basically for people like us that obviously didn't have anything and they couldn't earn anything. So I think that's going really, really well. I don't really know the ins and outs of it, but yeah, that's like really kicked off.
Quite savage though, because you're like, what is it? I don't know what the statistic is, but I know in like the first 2 or 3 years of a business, you're probably not making any money. You're probably just breaking even. So you're really struggling to like actually get your feet off the ground. And then something like this happens, and the only people they're not helping are those people. Yeah. It makes no sense really.
It doesn't. I just think all those people that are making like a lot of money.
Yeah, from their business. At least.
Got like employees and stuff, got like premises, like they're fine.
Yeah, furlough.
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
10 grand grant, nice. Yeah, loving it.
And then there's little old me.
Just making a bit of bread.
Now I'm broke.
Yeah. But how's it going after now? Because I know you was allowed to do certain treatments. But not eyebrows. No. I was made aware.
Yeah. So they said we could go back to doing nail treatments, but it was later than... So they said hairdressers and beauty therapists could go back, and then like a few days before or whatever, they said, actually, no, just hairdressers can. So that was for about... I can't even remember how long it was. And then they said that we could do eye treatments from a certain date, and then 12 hours before, they told us we couldn't. So So we had to cancel so many clients, and then 2 weeks later, then they let us do it. So yeah, it was because I spent so much money. So basically, I got universal credit, obviously, which isn't a lot, but like it covered for me to get back up and running. So I spent all this money on getting back up and running, and I had to cancel all my clients. So I'd spent all my money, and then I couldn't make anything back for another 2 weeks. So I was just I was broke.
Do you know what? I'm saying they're lucky, but it's you're lucky almost that you didn't buy a premises or you didn't have other things that you'd spent out on. Honestly, that you owed money, because that would have put you in a hole.
Yeah, if I had my own house, or if I had kids, or if I literally had a premises of employees, like I would have been screwed.
Yeah.
Like I'm just so lucky that I'm still at home and I don't have.
You've got the cabin.
Exactly.
Yeah,
like I don't have massive amounts to pay for.
You don't need any more space than.
No, like it's just me, so I don't need it.
Did you experience anything like the hairdressers, where hairdressers, like, they couldn't see anyone for yonks and everyone was getting embarrassed about their frows building up, and then as soon as the doors open, they were like, right, get down. Did you get any, like, this wave of...
I did at the start, but it was more like I had two types of clients. So people that nails were so bad, like they were literally just broken, like they'd just ruined them, like tried to do their own and stuff. And then I had clients that literally let them breathe and let them grow, so they were like really long for when they came back, so that was really good. Like people that had acrylics before, like didn't need acrylics anymore because they had the length there, so it would be like just gel, which was quite good. But yeah.
And how were your clients? Like, were they worried about COVID, or were they just like, eh?
So my regulars literally didn't care. Like they were like, I need to come and see you.
Yeah.
And then I think, this start, it was kind of weird because it was like busy, but it wasn't busy. So like people were still like very cautious of it. And I think as well, because I am in my own house, again, it is more of a, I don't know, some people think it's like a bit more, not dodgy, but like, do you know what I mean? I don't know what the word is.
I didn't feel weird coming into your house, but during the COVID, it felt weird. Me having the thought of you bringing all these people through your house. So it weren't for me, but I thought for you, like, mum and dad be like, well, they've got to come through the house every single time, you know, walk past, touching all the door handles. But they're fine with that.
Yeah, no, they're more worried about me. So a lot of them are always like, oh, am I okay to touch this? Like stuff and stuff like that. But no, they've actually been really good, like most of them. Yeah.
Whenever I've seen nail treatments, like I don't do them. Like, I walk
it's all right, Adam. don't even lie.
I never thought about it. Do you know what I mean?
They look very, very manicured to me, man.
It's never really occurred to me. I don't know, I'm just sitting there thinking, can't turn back time, I'm afraid. Oh yeah, when I've seen people do it, they've got a mask on anyway.
Yeah.
Like, do you do certain treatments with a mask on anyway?
Yeah.
Like, okay.
Yeah, so basically, because of like acrylic, for instance, is very, very strong, like the smell of it. So like when people walk in, they're like, oh my gosh, because obviously it's such a little area, like it's just so strong, and like the dust from the nails when you're filing, like there is a lot of it. So like you wear them anyway, because if you're in there all day doing nails like 9 till 9, like it's a lot of dust that you're going to be like inhaling. And also for nail dust. Sounds gross. And for lashes, I'm actually allergic to lash glue. So when I smell it, it's like hay fever basically.
Oh really?
And sometimes my eyes go puffy, so I wore a mask anyway to like stop that basically. So yeah.
Like a face mask, you mean?
Oh no, just like a like one of the.
But how does that stop you getting allergic with your eyes?
Oh, I don't really care about
that. Oh, okay. Right. Suffering for your
eyes.
No. Puffy eyes, they're all right.
Yeah.
No, it's not your nose.
Yeah,
can't have that.
Presumably it's not common enough to be too much of a problem, or are you like literally bleary eyes every day?
Oh no, it's not too bad. Like it has worse days. Sometimes most of the time I'm pretty much fine.
I guess you're not doing nails all day though, are you?
No, it does it kind of.
Would an antihistamine get around that?
Sometimes, but not really. Okay. It's the worst when I actually have them done myself. So like if I have them, then no, I can't. Like they're literally so swollen. It's horrible. So yeah.
Did you find that out when you was getting them done, or when you was doing someone else's?
Well, I actually had them done for 1.5 years, and then I had a break, had them on again, and then I was allergic. So yeah,
nice.
Really random.
That is weird.
And when you're when you're breathing in your acrylic stuff, because it's like when like my girlfriend does her nails, it stinks like the whole room out. Are those fumes like, are they toxic, or are they okay to breathe in?
I would imagine they're okay to breathe in because
Look
I've
at
not
me
been
like, I
told.
don't
Send you a loopy one,
to
don't
be
they?
fair, you would know because
Yeah, like I don't
someone
think.
would have told you.
Yeah,
or it
exactly,
would have
like,
been
I
part of
would
your
know.
course or something like that.
Or there are people watching this right now like, she don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
She's just doing it without letting them know.
Edit that out.
Yeah, you can do that.
yeah, don't worry, we've got you. Beep.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah, and I can always like sometimes it gives me a headache, like just being in
Yeah.
the room with it, and I always think like that can't be good. But
Yeah.
like they would tell you if it was toxic, 'cause
Yeah.
otherwise I'm sure they wouldn't be able to just sell it to kids and
No,
adults and stuff like that.
exactly.
I'm trying not to make it sound bad for your
Yeah,
business.
it'd definitely have an effect on me if it was.
I'm sure the women find out that nail varnish can give you a headache or something. It's not going to stop them from doing any of this stuff.
No,
You
absolutely
understand what things they put on their face and that,
Yeah,
like, the
no.
damage they
Things
cause.
we do.
Yeah, like pink hair. All right?
Yeah,
Is it good for your hair?
probably not.
Probably not, but
No.
you've done it anyway.
Yeah,
so
I
you
don't
know you
care.
enjoy it. You know, you YOLO.
Exactly.
You only live once, don't you?
Yeah. Hair could fall out, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah, as long as it's later in life, it's
Yeah.
all right.
Good point. It can't be worse than bleach on your hair or anything like that.
Yeah,
Exactly
exactly.
that. Exactly that.
As pink hair would never occur to me. Why?
No hair
Is
occurs
there-
to you.
Because I noticed just be pink head. On your video, you just like brought your natural colour. I think that's
Yeah.
brown and that. So I'm curious about what informs people's decision to like turn their hair a different colour or whatever.
So I've always liked it, but one day I was like, I think I had my hair bleached and I put a toner on it, and the toner you have for like bleached hair is purple, and I left it on for a little bit too long and it turned like a little lilac, and I was like, actually no, I really like this. So I was like, right, I'm just going to do it, and just did it basically.
The
And then,
accident.
Did you do it
Yeah.
yourself?
no, I had it first time done at the hairdressers, and then after a few times I was like, why am I paying someone to do this? Like, I can literally do it myself. So I did it for 2 years. I did it for myself, and then since lockdown I've got someone else to do it. So
Getting lazy with it, were you?
yeah,
Ah,
it was kind of ruined after lockdown. I dyed it blue, but it didn't go blue. It mixed with the pink.
I can't lie. I reckon 70% of the girls that I've seen get their hair dyed does not go the way they want it to.
No, never.
They're like, oh yeah, I want it blue, and it comes out green. They want
Yeah.
it pink, and it comes out
Mhm.
lilac.
Because they got like the picture and they come and the picture looks perfect.
It's
Yeah.
like taking that art to make it and
probably
going,
Yeah.
I want this on my nail, and it's like, look, you,
Yeah,
you
you're
got
not gonna
black
get
hair,
it.
you can't
Yeah.
have white hair.
Yeah,
It's just how it
exactly.
is.
Yeah, it's a process.
It's probably been like
Definitely.
airbrushed exactly how they
Yeah.
want it.
Yeah, yeah, like the
Organic.
McDonald's adverts where they just put fake beef in
Yeah.
it, make it look nice and juicy.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah.
I wanted to
Getting
ask a
sold.
little bit about going way back in the conversation about self-esteem and like the joy that you get from like somebody coming in and changing their mindset almost in some senses. Like have you witnessed that like with people that are a bit down and maybe they've done something nice for themselves, have had a bit of a chat?
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. Like I have a lot of people that come in and they're like, tell me what's going on. And like even having their nails done, like it massively boosts your like confidence. And like lashes as well, that's a massive confidence booster. And just having a chat, I think it's for like someone that you don't know, like who's not in your life all the time and has all these opinions, like an outside person coming in and being like, oh, like blah, blah, blah. I think it's quite like nice and refreshing and like make them feel good. Over lockdown, I did a mental health awareness course because I thought, whilst I'm not doing anything, I might as well like put it to good use.
Great move.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
and
was.
obviously because I have a lot of people that obviously talk to me, I thought it was a good thing to do. So my certificate came through last week, which was
Okay.
quite nice.
Oh.
So yeah, it
All
was.
about added value.
Yeah.
I was
Like
about
a
to
little
say,
bit of therapy in
Well,
there?
what is it? Yeah, what is it you've done in that? Because we've done quite a few, haven't we, mental health courses over the past years. They're probably quite
Yeah.
similar to what you've done.
Yeah, so it was basically like loads of different like mental health issues, and it was like basically what signs there are, like what you can do to help, like how it affects them, how it affects like families and like friends and like people around them, and just like stuff like that. So I
Wicked.
feel like if someone was to come in with something like that and like talk about them or family or friend, like I feel like I have quite a good,
Supporting them.
like
Nice.
a good way to like say like, I don't know.
Yeah, we literally delivered mental health with 2 mental health sessions to college students. What year were they? I think they were 17, 18. Year 12s.
13s.
And me and Max done it on Monday, and
Oh, yeah.
we went through anxiety, building resilience, like coping mechanisms, all this
Yeah.
sort of stuff.
Yeah.
And at the start, they didn't seem that bothered, but
Mm.
when you're actually teaching someone that and they start taking it in,
Yeah.
they realise how they can use it. Like all of
100%.
them were just so engaged. So
Yeah, and I wish I would have had that, like at school. Oh my God, I didn't have
and
that.
it don't
at
take
all.
long, does it? It don't take
No.
long to learn this.
And honestly, like if I could have had that, like it would have been wicked. Like I
Yeah.
really struggled through school, and I think if I was to have had that, it would have been so much better.
'cause you've got a little bit of knowledge of something that you might be experiencing rather than having no clue.
And like when you're younger, like you don't want to talk about it too much, and like you don't want to be like, you don't know how to get help. I think by having that, like, I don't know, it kind of helps you through it a bit more. Because school's hard anyway, like with all the people, and I don't know.
I'd like to open that up if you're okay to go there, because I like stories of like you got your own business, that's wicked. But like, where did you sort of come from? What were the struggles that you faced when you were younger?
So at school, I've always been like a shy person. Like I've not been a loud.
And a business is like really putting yourself out there.
And I think, I wasn't very good at school. Like I didn't enjoy school. I just found it really tough. And it wasn't until I actually left school and went to college to do beauty that I kind of like opened up a little bit more and like become more confident and stuff like that. I was just always very anxious, but because of this job you can't be. Like you literally can't be. So like outside, if you wouldn't know me, I am quite awkward. Like if you saw me in the pub or something, like I'm so awkward. Like I don't know what to say. But
you're among friends.
This guy.
I'm awkward most of the time. I don't need a pub environment to be awkward.
That's so true. But at work, like you can't be, or even if you're in a mood, like you have to be happy. Like you have to be chatty.
Getting thrown in the deep end.
Yeah, exactly.
It is it's like when a baby's learning to swim, you just throw it in the water. You know, it just swims. That's what we do, you know. You're thrown in the deep end, you just got to swim.
Exactly. So that's
I'm also intrigued by this idea that like I know a lot of people that have say they've done businesses or they've certainly put themselves in a place that they would really rather not be, but have seen the growth as a result. And I don't know if it's part of, I don't want to go deep here, but like the human condition seems to be about trying to counter those things that you find most challenging. The opposite is like you fade away and you're just stuck in your room all the time and you don't do anything, but there's no growth in that.
No.
There's I mean, what would you say looking back from those difficult times you had at school? What has been the evolution that has kind of got you out of being this anxious or awkward person now to your own business? What were the factors that helped grow that?
I think, I don't know really. I don't know.
Maybe college? Yeah,
college definitely, because I was pushed in with a lot of, because it was all girls. And obviously sometimes it can be a bit bitchy. And I think that kind of pushed me a little bit more. And being good at something. Like, I'm not very academic at all. Like, I never was. But, like, I'm very hands-on. So, like, when I found this, I was like, oh, my God, I'm actually good at something. So, I think that definitely boosted my confidence to kind of then push me to do something more.
Like I can do this.
Yeah, exactly. And, like, getting the grades that I got, like, obviously reflected. So, that pushed me even more. And then when I got a job in the salon, and like doing little bits here and there, like obviously that made me more confident because it was it was the environment I was eventually going to be in, even though it was like teas, coffees, and like diary stuff. But like
good at the tea.
Yeah. And then when I went to my next job, I did like a bit more treatments. They trained me in gels and stuff, so I saw more clients. So it kind of like just ended up being a progression from there.
It's almost like that next stage is a bit scary, but you kind of enter into 100%. It, and that scariness becomes a bit more normalised, and then you've got the next scary thing, and and that's
100%. And then when
I relate to that.
When I left college, I went to work for a salon in Enfield, and this was like a big salon. Like there was like 20 of us.
Were you comparing yourself?
Oh, massively. Like I was this little 18-year-old with the age range was crazy. Like they'd been doing it so much longer. They were so much older. Like I was just so like, oh my God. And I had to drive obviously it'd be 2 hours in the morning. So it was like a massive step for me. It was a trek.
Mate, that would actually hurt me.
Yeah.
A long drive.
I know. It was long hours as well. So it was like, that was massive as well. And then learning all these new things, like they were literally putting me on training so much. I was learning new things, like retraining and stuff that I'd already been trained in, but they liked it a certain way, so I'd have to train again, which was honestly, I wouldn't be here where I am today if I didn't go there. Like they've proper made me as like a person and like as my business. But yeah, that definitely pushed me out of my comfort zone massively. Like people from obviously sort of London, they're a lot different to how we are. In the respect of like how you live and like stuff like that and like stuff.
The culture.
Yeah, it's just a bit different, and like we'd always be like, oh, is that how? I don't know, like certain stuff. We'd be like, oh, okay, it's different here than it is like where I live and stuff like that. So like learning and like people there, the clients were a lot more. they had a lot of money and they weren't always, I don't know.
Nice.
Yeah. And like
They were horrible people with loads of money.
No, they're very like
entitled, I imagine.
Yeah,
Feeling
yeah,
entitled, like,
yeah.
I'm paying you, I need to.
Yeah, exactly. And obviously little old me was like, oh my God. And I had a few people like shout at me, but like it wasn't my fault, but like I'd get like the brunt of it. So obviously it was just hard and like very patronising, like, oh, you're so little. And
so,
like,
but now you're in your company and you own it and you sort of run the way the business runs. If someone was shouting at you, how would you handle that?
Try and calm them down and just be like, do as much as I could to like resolve the situation and make them feel better.
Look at that. So even if you do this wrong and I start going mental, then you're still going to be like, Jack, it's all right.
Yeah,
look,
like I'll fix
sort
it.
you out.
Yeah, I'll fix it. Like, I'll try and do as much as I can. Because that's all you can do. Like,
don't get mad back.
No, definitely start shouting back.
So we are going to wrap up.
Yep.
Is there anything that you want to, well, obviously we're going to get all your tags up,
Yep.
all your links and all
Cool.
that biz. Is there anything you want to say to the viewers?
Special offers, anything like that coming up? Any things that
Any
you want to draw
promotions?
people to specifically?
If you're a really big fan of the show, she will do Hear2Listen on your nails. She would.
I'm actually releasing I released the lip scrub last week, a MEG'S Glitterbox one. And I am going to be releasing 2 more products, which will be exciting. So, yeah, stay tuned for that. And I am going to be doing a training course. I'm going to become a trainer. So that's in the works as well. So, yeah, exciting stuff for MEG'S Glitterbox.
Wicked. No, it's been great to have you on. We've got amazing stories out of that, to be fair. We went all sorts of angles.
Yeah, we did. I love
you
going
so
on the
much for coming.
show.
Wicked.
So